Your party dashes in from the streets at the entrance of the courtyard of the manor itself. That's when the lightning strikes. The shadows give way for a moment. And at the top of the stairs, you see an ogre magi already completing the arc.
What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Johnny G for 2 Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming.
All right, so here we are, Friday before our next RPG game, or game day, and I got a little work to do. Not what you think. Let me show you the table, and then I gotta talk to you, tell you what's going on. All right, so I had everything pushed out of the way because before I was doing work on this side of the table this week, and so I pushed everything aside, and I was figuring that last night I would just start setting everything up for the next scene, part 2 of chapter 2 for Werewolf the Apocalypse, and this is where we have to have a discussion. Yeah, hold on. Now, the hardest part I think any dungeon master, game master, storyteller, game ref type has is really keeping the group together. Keeping all these different interests, likes and dislikes, keeping them in control. You're not dealing with just 1 or 2 people. You're dealing with an entire gaming group. So you have a lot of different personalities. You have a lot of different likes and dislikes. It's been rough with this campaign. For me, it's been rough running the Werewolf campaign. Because only about a little more than half. I'd say half, but it's off by 1. So a little more than half of my party is not feeling the Werewolf game. Every single time we try to make a commitment to game day, I got half the party refusing to make any commitments because they're literally waiting to the last minute, Thursday or Friday, to find out if anything better comes along. They're not feeling the campaign no matter what I do. As far as storytelling goes, as far as bringing it to life on the table for them goes, it's not working. It's just not working. Which has divided the group a little bit since half the group was really, really digging this game. And the other half just can't be bothered to make time for it. And the reason this is all coming about is because twice already I've had to tell my group, listen, if we go 4 weeks or more, this is an ongoing campaign. This is a serial. If we go 4 weeks or more without you guys wanting to dedicate any time to playing this, I'm not dedicating my time to working on it. It's that simple. And this is what happened. We've already had 4 weeks go by where I got members of the group that just keep making other plans. Things keep coming up that are more important, more fun. So, let them go have fun. That's what you want. That's what you need to do on your free time is have fun. So they're not having fun with the Werewolf game because they keep refusing to pen it in on a schedule. Just literally waiting to see if anything better comes up at the last minute. So now that we've gone 4 weeks and more without playing because it keeps getting pushed off for better things, I told the group, that's it. Werewolf game's over. You all got destroyed. While in the Umbral, in that glade in the Umbral, where they ended off the last game, they got hunted down by the Wendigos and slaughtered. It's as simple as that. They don't want to make time for the game. I'm not wasting my time on the game. It's not like Saturday morning, Saturday noon comes along and all of a sudden, boom, magically an entire RPG session just magically appears and is ready out of nowhere to run. This takes me a better part of a week to get things ready before game day. So to have players that are just not willing to commit because they are literally, to use words that have been said around this game table, waiting to see if something better comes along. I mean, when you have players that fall into that category, what can you do? So that's the end of the Werewolf game. half the party just wasn't digging it enough to want to continue. So what I'm doing today is, everyone wants to get back to Dungeons and Dragons. And after that, they're all jonesing to hit Star Wars. But the Werewolf game, not enough people cared about. So what we're doing is, since so many people just, have better things to do, is me and the 3 remaining players today, tomorrow, or by my time, not by your time watching this. This is filmed months ahead of schedule. But yeah, I'm gonna run them through 4 Against Darkness, primarily using stuff out of the concise collection of classes, particularly the Ogre Mercenary, the Dwarven Miner Clan, the Fire Elf, and from over here, from the Delvers and Wanderers. Was it Wanderers? Reading it backwards? Yeah, Wanderers. We have, what do we have in here that we're pulling out? We're pulling out something from here. Who's using what? Oh, the Kukla. Oh, yeah, so one of the players doesn't know if she's going to be playing the Harlequin or the Kukla, was the last I heard. Hopefully that's going to get cleared up by tonight. I'm going to be running a Fire Elf. Ron is running an Ogre Mercenary. And then we have a Dwarf from the clan of the Miner Clan, particularly a Runecaster. Very interesting, because it uses the base Dwarf from here, but adds a once a day or once a session, once an adventure ability for them to infuse a gem with one of 3 magic effects. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, and the Kukla is a living doll, so the other player is either choosing a living doll or a Harlequin. Harlequins are very cool because they can juggle up to 3 small or one-handed weapons and use them in melee combat. Fire Elf is cool. They play like an elf, but once a session, they can cast a fireball from their eyes. Jeez. The Ogre Mercenary, that's going to be tough, because if they get hungry, they're going to start eating party members. Oh, all right. So that should be good. They're going to have a lot of fun with that. I already picked out 2 adventures, because I don't know how long they're going to run. They're kind of short. I got 2 adventures from the Lairs, Dens, and Burrows book. And that's it. We're going to have a lot of fun running some For Darkness. And then we'll find out when the players want to start up Dungeons and Dragons again. So from this point of view, there's something else I want to talk about. I mentioned this in passing before. My opinion hasn't changed. I'm not saying names, but I'm pretty convinced one of my players has downloaded Speaker in Dreams and looked into it, has read it, because something was said at the last session that has never been said at this gaming table before, when it was stated that it appears, I forgot the exact wording of it, if I have to go back to the video and watch it, but it was something like, it appears that we might have finished this adventure. At the end of an adventure, when I tell the party, which I did, that this is the end of the adventure, they've never questioned me before. And now, one of the players has. So, I feel like, I kind of feel like my 2 options here is to just rewrite the entire second half of Speaker of the Dreams. I can abandon it and say that it was just a cult, that there was no mind flayer involved. I don't know. I kind of feel that's a little cheesy, just doing that. And the other option is just go with it and change enough minor things in there to piss this player off, who went ahead, I believe, and pre-read the module. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that to your DM. Don't ever do that to the other players around your table. Don't do it. This game is about experiencing things. It's about the adventure. And once you cross that line and you start trying to find out ahead of time what's going to happen, you start reading material you shouldn't be reading, it ruins it for everyone on every level. Now, I could be completely wrong. I could be looking into this. But as a DM, I really feel like I have to keep this on point. I have to go with my gut feeling. Because if I am right, I don't want to be surprised by this. If I am right, I have to make changes. I have to do something different. Something's got to change. That sucks. But anyway, so unfortunately, World of Darkness is over. It was a failed attempt here with the 20-sided warriors. Not enough of them just gave a damn about it. So, yeah, we'll do this right now. Like I said, we'll jump into a quick, for the day, we'll do this. Oh, here's the other thing. You're only 10 minutes in, depending on how I cut the edit on this. 10 and a half minutes in almost. But here's the thing now. I do want to go back to making miniature movies like I did with 4 Against Darkness in the past. I'm just about good on my buffer as far as how many videos I had to schedule I like to be, and keeping it and maintaining it, sustainability. That's the key to everything. And I'm getting comfortable with this. So in the next few weeks, I'm going to start doing it again. And what I'm going to do here with this one is I am going to do because especially the first one I have picked out on this, adventure number 7, potentially could be so short. I'm going to record it. I'm going to record it so I can make a miniature movie out of this session. That's going to be awesome. All right, so good news, bad news, but nonetheless, moving on. So yeah, there's not going to be, I'm not doing a setup. I'm not doing a miniature setup for my 4 Against Darkness game. For me and the players, it's all going to be a mind's eye theater style, up here. But yeah, for the miniature movie, I'm going to do things, like where needed. I'll put miniatures out, some terrain stuff, and I'll take pictures and make a little miniature slideshow style movie or something like that. Yeah, go check out my other 4 Against Darkness miniature movies, and you'll get the idea of what I'm talking about. So anyway, I'm making do. I'm a DM. We're underappreciated. We are. I'm not bitching. I'm not complaining. I'm not trying to get a pat on the back by saying that. I'm just making a statement quite matter-of-factly. That's all. And here we are. It's been a hell of a rainy day outside. Some thunder and lightning, but hey, I'm indoors. This is a great indoor hobby. All right, let me, before we completely sign off and show you at least the photographs of the last Werewolf game, before everything went to dog poop. Let me show you what the table looks like for tomorrow's 4 Against Darkness. All right, here we go. I'm keeping the riser. I always like this because it gives the place for the players to store their notes, a drink, or whatever. So up top, I got 3 of the flagstone gridded neoprenes out, and I got a bloomin' onion dice bag full of dice, but I do have a choice few set out with the dice tower, dice trays, and the dice pop-o-matic. And I got some pencils out. Everyone's ready. And I got the books I need. Though I'm not really running this as a DM. I mean, if I need to RPG something, some light RPG info, then I will. But I'm just planning on playing this with the guys, unless a 5th player shows up. Tommy Vulo said he might show up. If he does, then I'll either not play at all, or they have 5th player options for 4 Against Darkness. They're minor roles. And if that's the case, maybe I'll take on a living, they call it a living relic. Yeah, maybe I'll take that on. But so that's it. That's how simple setup is for this game. So I'll record this, and then I will edit it into a little miniature movie using all of the terrain stuff and green screen. So that'll my miniatures That'll be fun. All right, so that's it. Friday night. All I have to do is make the characters. I'm making everyone's character, or at least the first character. Who knows, they may die and need a new character. But in this game, making characters is really super fast. Really super fast. Maybe I'll make a video. Ooh, yeah, make a video. You know, I did a video about Tom's werewolf character. I'll do a video about Tom's 4 Against Darkness character. How's that? How to create a 4 Against Darkness character. Yeah, cool, I'll do that. All right, so getting ready for tomorrow. That's all else I've got to do. But yeah, so next week, the video next week will be the gang, and they'll talk about this particular adventure. That's what we're going to do. That'll be fun. A little self-contained month of a one-shot. Tales from the Table one-shot. Part 1 and 2. All right, everyone, thanks for bearing with me. Take care, and enjoy the rest of the videos we have.